and the twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say just that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave o'er the land under the frame, and the home of the brave.
Hello, I'm Willie Jones. Have you had a run-in with the local law enforcement? Last weekend, I found myself in the custody of the sheriff's department. I wasn't ready for it either. As a matter of fact, I was becoming popular a lot faster than I wanted, and my cellmates started calling me Sugar Britches. I didn't know what to do. Fortunately, I heard about Kenny Bun Bail Bonds. Kenny himself came and got me. My virtue was saved. So remember, if you find yourself against the local law enforcement, don't wait. Call Kenny Bun Bail Bonds at 256-237-9996. That's 256-237-9996. Or have somebody go by the office at number 30 East 14th Street in Anniston. That's Kenny Bun Bail Bonds. They'll have you out before you can hear the words Sugar Britches. The views and opinions expressed on the Honest Answer radio show are the opinions of Honest Answer Media and no one else. If you're hearing a syndicated broadcast of this show, don't hold it against the broadcaster. Rather, congratulate them on their openness, tolerance, and respect for the First Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Times have come here, but now they're gone. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. We can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Baby, take my hand. Don't fear the reaper. We'll be able to fly. Don't fear the reaper. Baby, I'm your man. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Yeah, welcome one more time to Honest Answer Radio here on honestanswerradio.com, where we're kicking the mainstream media in the teeth every chance we get. If this is your first time listening to the broadcast, I am going to be the Marty half of your dynamic hosting duo this evening.
And on this Tuesday evening, April 7th edition of HonestAnswerRadio.com, I will be the Casey half of the duo.
And Casey, guess what?
What?
We've made it.
We've made it?
We've made it. Guys, we at Honest Answer Radio, we have made it. We have received our very first cease and desist notice. Now, you have made it in this business when you've talked about somebody
and they say, quit it!
And they say, that quit it. You can't even show my picture no more. No more my picture. Matter of fact, you're going to have to pay me for the picture that you showed. Now, you know you've made it, though, when you get one of those types of letters.
From a cultural icon.
Would you? Really? Really? Cultural icon? Now, that's
Well,
not your
now
words,
look,
is it?
Well,
Is that your words?
you got to remember,
Are you saying
fungus.
cultural icon, or has someone else said it?
fungus is a culture. Remember that. If you want to
all
grow
right,
it, you
all
have to
right.
culture
You know, that's more accurate. But icon, really? Tell me that that's somebody else's words.
Well, of course it is.
Okay, all right, all right.
That's-
But we have upset Lena Dunham. I put a picture up that I shouldn't have, and I apologize for that.
You bad boy.
I know. I was supposed to ask permission before I put the picture up. I bet if I had written an article that was somewhere along the lines of, "Oh, what a great show Girls is. Oh, what a wonderful example of feminism Lena Dunham is. Oh, how lucky we are to have that television show on HBO to show us the ins and outs of
Wait.
being a young woman." Thank you, Lena Dunham. I bet you it would have been this letter would never have happened.
You mean you didn't say that?
Not in so many words, no.
What was the title of that particular
Oh
article?
gosh, man, I don't know. And if I go looking it up, then the audio's going to get all wonky.
That'll mess
but
everything up.
it's on there.
Because I know you like her so much.
Yeah, I mean, look, you
know,
can just go to the website and just type in Lena there in the little search bar, and you can't miss it. It'll be the one with a conspicuously absent picture.
Because you always say such nice things about her. Because you usually spit after you say the name of somebody you like, right?
No, I think you got that a little backwards. No.
Oh, I
No.
thought I might be a little off on that, but
I might have said something about feminazi, something like that. I may not have been flattering in my prose, but that it happens. It happens, and if it's going to happen,
Did you say something about jackbooted feminazi thug?
it's something like that. Yeah, it was something along those lines. It was definitely not like something you would read on Salon or HuffPo or PuffPo, whatever.
So you might have been a little critical of her.
I just a tad. Look, I find it difficult to praise somebody who is making a living off taking their clothes off on television and trying to
And calling it brave.
calling it brave and dealing with issues like abortion, that they deal with those, feminist issues, and take an issue like abortion and make it, what's that word, Casey, that you just used? Brave?
Brave.
Yeah.
And
There's in the premarital sex that goes on the show. Notice I didn't say anything about, the sexual preferences of anybody. I'm talking about just the premarital sex in general, the glorification of that. At a time when we're trying to tell our kids, about not getting pregnant.
We're trying to tell them to keep the clothes on.
Yeah. But see, if you talk about like actual morals today, first thing somebody's going to do is call you a self-righteous idiot and say, who are you to, tell me about morals, which Lena Dunham does practically in every interview when somebody asks her about that very thing. Isn't she worried about the message she's putting out there for young women?
Oh, yeah, she likes to say she's putting out only good, positive messages of empowerment.
Yeah.
And all
yeah.
that kind of
That
good
it's your
liberal
body.
stuff.
You can do with it whatever you want to. Don't ever let society tell you what you can and can't do with your body. And
right now,
and you decide your own morals. Don't let anyone else decide your morals for you.
These days, I would actually plead with young kids today. Please don't let society tell you what your morals should be. Please,
that's
don't
true
let
too.
Today's society tell you what to do with your body, because the messages are messed up, man.
Well, see, I didn't get out the other part of that, which was let us tell you what morals are. Let us tell you what to do with your body. See, that's the other half of the message that I just don't necessarily agree with. But again, I say we have earned a badge of honor if we've somehow upset.
You got in a fight at her Black Panther party.
I didn't mean to get in a fight in her Black Panther party, but I did. So, moving on.
Sorry, Lena. Not sorry.
I'm sorry I used your dad blasted picture. Don't you worry. I won't ever put up another single picture of your behind ever. Never will you see.
Hey, wait.
That old Hank's face on this.
I was going to say that wasn't her behind you showed. That was her face.
Was it really? Oh, my bad. Well, okay, the face either then. Okay, are you sure? Oh well, never mind.
It had two eyes.
Are you sure?
I don't
know. I think we're going to have to.
Sure. They said it was a headshot.
Well, we're gonna have to look at it again a little more closely because I don't think that was a face.
I don't want to look at it.
It couldn't be a face. That could not. If it is, then we ought to be nicer to her and say things like "bless her heart."
Lena Dunham, bless her heart.
Bless her heart. All right. Let's see. Today has been an exciting day, I guess, in the world of politics. Anyway, because
considering that Congress is still out.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still on recess.
But there's been another hat thrown into the presidential ring.
Yes, there has actually, and I posted about it today. Rand Paul.
Yep.
Threw his hat in the presidential ring. Now that's Rand Paul and Ted Cruz. I don't think Jeb Bush has actually come out and announced yet, has he?
No, he hasn't. And it's imminent, I think.
I did put it in writing today, even though I have not picked the candidate of my dreams yet. I have not decided whom to endorse.
Right.
As far as presidential candidates and everything. I'm glad to see Rand Paul's name in there. Because he does bring some things that other people aren't bringing to the table.
He does indeed.
And, so I'm glad to see that. But I took an oath and a vow.
An oath and a vow? Did you put them back?
At the same... No, I can't put them back unless I break them.
Oh, okay.
But I will not vote for Jeb Bush if he happens to get the GOP nomination. My oath is I will vote third party. Now, Glenn Beck said it on the air the other day. I think him and Pat and Stu all agreed. They were like forming a pact amongst themselves that they,
Same thing?
Yeah, same thing, that if Jeb Bush gets the nomination, they will not. So I'm going on record.
Well, you know what? I think I want in on that, too, because I will vote third party before I vote for another Bush. There's no way I would vote for no.
I will go so far as to say I will vote third party before I vote for another progressive Republican.
I'll tell you this.
And that means even if it's Mike Huckabee, I'm not going to hold my nose and vote for Mike Huckabee either.
I'll tell you this. If Jeb Bush wins the Republican nomination, there will be no doubt in anyone's mind that the fix is in.
That's right.
Because look, in all of the, like they've tried to make it look, on the one hand, like all of these polls show Jeb Bush at an early lead, that he's the one they want. Like they did this thing up in Iowa, that said that Jeb Bush was the early pick there. However, they did a